Hey guys, Pat Ryerke here, also known as the Patriarchy, kicking social justice ass well into the year and the beyond. Yeah, that's right, the beyond, motherfuckers. I'm not going anywhere. Anyway, Chelsea Clinton has come out of the woodwork and is now talking about the campaign, what her future is going to hold, Donald Trump, whatnot. So I'm here to talk about dear Chelsea Clinton. You know, I remember being a kid and seeing this freakish creature on the TV called Chelsea Clinton. She was apparently the daughter of the president. Yeah. Chelsea's grown into a average-looking woman, I suppose. But, you know, I'm not here to judge Chelsea on her looks. Looks are irrelevant to this. But, Chelsea Clinton is this odd being. She just kind of exists. It's like one of those, like, sometimes somebody's a kid of the president. It's like how Obama's kids are going to be, I think. I think they're just going to exist. We're just going to know about them, and they're just going to be around. We're going to be like, oh, yeah, they were there. But, her insights aren't very, helpful for the Democrats, and I think to actually beating Trump in the future if they want to. I think her insights, because she blames sexism for her mother's loss, a big part of it, and she goes on to say all that nonsense in this Variety interview. Chelsea Clinton on sexism, social media, and what's at risk under Trump. Look at that photo. That's so funny. Chelsea Clinton is about to tell you some things you may not know about her. In an interview with Variety, she lists the last great movie she saw, Hidden Figures. I thought you said a great movie. Hidden Fences? Her most surprising job, an internship at a cattle ranch in 1999, and her favorite food growing up, cheddar cheese. But when asked to name one more secret, she pauses, stumped for a moment. I am not running for public office, she finally says with a smile. Thank God. Oh my God, that smile is horrifying. The declaration ends months of speculation in the press about her political prospects. Clinton, 37, isn't following in the footsteps of her parents Bill and Hillary, in case you're from Neptune, but she's still got a full plate as she fights for the causes that are important to her, including the Alliance for a Healthier Generation. Clinton serves as the vice chair of the Clinton Foundation, the nonprofit that her father started in 2001 to encourage leadership and improve health conditions worldwide. She's also adjunct professor in public health at Columbia University. She's an author. It's your world. Get informed, get inspired, and get going. She's a staunch advocate for child health issues, and she's become a vocal opponent of Donald Trump's policies, expressing her strong views daily on Twitter. Ugh. She's also fostered ties to the entertainment industry. In 2014, she produced a documentary short of many about Imam and Rabi, who are friendship in New York City for the Tribeca Film Festival that same year. As part of the Foundation's Too Small to Fail initiative, she met with showrunners from Orange is the New Black and Days of Our Lives, among other series. Let's move on a little bit to the actual interview. This is just a bunch of setup. What message do you have for the 66 million people who voted for your mom? Everything that took you to the polls that day hopefully takes you to the streets, takes you to social media, takes you into conversations at work, at home, whether you may be, to talk about what's really at risk in this moment. Because I think everything is at risk. Our fundamental rights, our fundamental security are at risk. If you also believe that, raise your voice and help others raise their voices. If we don't, we're going to have a country that doesn't look like the country that we live in today. This is not the time to be silent or stay on the sidelines. Our fundamental rights and our fundamental security. Please, I'd love to know what fundamental rights and fundamental securities are at risk. I'd like for you to elaborate a little bit more, Chelsea. As someone who's traveled across the country campaigning, were you surprised at the sexism that still exists? I'm not surprised. I'm deeply saddened. I think it's important for us to realize we can't take progress for granted. Progress has to be continually defended as well as advanced. I think about this multiple times a day. Like, I'm just sitting around thinking about it all the time. I'm so busy. I'm Chelsea Clinton. I have so much going on. It's 2017, and we're fighting again on fights that were settled a few years ago around gay rights. Not really. We're not fighting about anything that was settled a few years ago on gay rights. It's pretty much over. Women's reproductive health. Fights to ensure we're a country that's always moving towards a more perfect union and not moving towards disunion. Disunity and segregation. We're really in peril of moving backward. That's not what I want for my children and their generation. How are we in peril of moving backward? Once again, what is it? I want to know how we're moving backward. You could maybe say some things, but like, what gay rights are being taken away? I can't think of one gay right. They always talk that Trump's taking away gay rights and hurting the LGBT community. I have yet to see any ounce of evidence of it. I know Creationist Cat made a video about it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not this other skeptics in the community. I don't, suck Trump's dick just because it helped me get hits back during the election. I just don't know. I've been looking for proof. What proof is there that Trump's going to hurt gay people's rights or women's rights or anything? I mean, women's reproductive rights? I love the women's reproductive rights issue. Like, it's like everything with women's reproductive, it's rights. You have all these rights. Like, it's my right to get an abortion. It's my right to get free birth control. It's not your right to get free birth control. Buy it. It's not that expensive. Go buy condoms. And yes, I had to buy condoms for years to not get girls pregnant. If I had to do it, you can do it. Given the current political climate, what do you see as your responsibilities? I think it's a question all of us should be asking ourselves every day. Like, seriously, I think about it all the time. I think being a citizen isn't just what happens when there's an election. For me, I'm deeply committed to the work of the foundation. I'm committed to my teaching at Columbia. I'm committed to raising my voice in opposition to and affirmation of when I think it's important to do so. We know the majority of our country doesn't support what's happening. We need to make it clear that we're not the silent majority. You're definitely not the vocal majority either. Like, the majority of the country also doesn't love Hillary Clinton. I would say it's pretty mixed. As close as that night was the election night, you could say the country's split down the middle. Oh, by the way, your dad's pretty much like a rapist. I mean, just to get that out of the way. Bill Clinton's pretty much just like a rapist. Misogynist. Asshole, but, grab him by the pussy's the worst thing. I don't care, whatever. Bill Clinton was always a shitty guy with women. I do love that the way that Hillary and Chelsea talk about rights and women and all this stuff, and the whole time there's this image in the background of Bill Clinton hovering over them, and it's like, yeah, you guys really hate sexism. You really hate men that I don't know, take advantage of women. What's the mission of the Clinton Foundation? At its most distilled level, we try to make a positive, impactful, empowering difference in whatever ways we can. It's the story of any of our God, it's hard to say this and do this voice. Programmatic work over time. Whether you're thinking about global health, climate change, the work we've done for women and girls, this will continue to be our story in the future. I'm really excited about the next chapter. There's been so much confusion as the result of the 2016 campaign. The strangest part has been the cognitive dissonance that seems to exist between the perception around the foundation for people who don't know our work and the actual work. I wish that most of the coverage had been factual. And I wish it had been too, when it came to Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. I really wish the media had been more honest with Hillary, Chelsea, on a lot of things. And I paid attention to what GuideStar, Charity Watch, or our tax filing said. I hope now that we're out of the political season, there'll be more focus on the work. What is frustrating to see the foundation? Was it frustrating to see the foundation attacked? Of course! The lies were absolutely frustrating because the facts didn't seem sufficient to put them to rest. I think that was so odd about the whole experience. Either the truth was insufficient or people just didn't care. Yeah, your mom really didn't care about the truth during the whole election. It was really weird. I was confused myself. And really, I'm so grateful to everyone who works at the foundation who just kept doing their work. Where does your empowerment come from? At the moment, I find empowerment, inspiration, and in the best sense, obligation from my children. I didn't know I could care any more intensely about all things. I already cared about until I became a mom and found out that I could. What's the best advice you ever received about balancing your career? I think the best advice I ever received was from my mom. Wow, Hillary's really? What advice do you get from her to lose? Twice? Maybe it isn't so much advice, it's just the example that she set for me growing up, where I certainly saw her work hard, but I never doubted was the most important person in her life. She talked to me about what she was doing, how her work connected to our life, and so now, even though my kids are super young, I talk to them about the work I'm doing. How do you get your news? My husband Mark and I still subscribe to old-fashioned newspapers. We get the Wall Street Journal, Shit Rag, the New York Times, Shit Rag, and the FT. Shit. I also read online. I listen to the BBC World Service every morning. Also shit, yeah. Those are all really biased, terrible publications. Oh, New York Times keeps winning Pulitzers every year. Fuck you guys. I don't give a fuck about the Pulitzer. They're going to give the Pulitzer whatever the fuck they want. The Pulitzer is one of the most overrated awards in the history of mankind. Oh, wow, you got this arbitrary fucking award. Wow, you're a genius. What about Facebook? I do some Facebook, but I spend more time on Twitter. There's been so much attention recently to your Twitter feed. I did hundreds of events last year and hundreds of interviews, and throughout the campaign, when I was asked questions like, what do you think we have to lose? I would say, everything. I don't think my tone has changed, or the substance of what I'm saying has changed. I've recognized, as a lot of people have, that Twitter's a vehicle for me to share my thoughts, and for us to make fun of them when you do it. Do you still like action movies? I love action movies. Of course I'm going to go see Furious 8. I've already seen Logan. I love that Logan is being succeeded by a little girl. Aww. Equal rights, Chelsea. Hillary Clinton said certainly misogyny played a role in her losing the election. I mean, that just has to be admitted, Hillary said at the time. And why, and what the underlying reasons were, is what I'm trying to parse out myself. Yeah, I mean, it just has to be admitted that it was sexism. I mean, it can't be anything else. It couldn't be that you were one of the most unfucking likable candidates ever. What's the just cringe montages of Hillary Clinton smiling or doing stuff like, hey, Pokemon go to the polls. Hey, kids, just chillin'. I mean, oh my god. Wow, she didn't win over young people? Everything that you took to the polls that day hopefully takes you to the streets, yeah. But I mean, I don't love them, obviously. But, wait, the media's pathetic cheers for Chelsea Clinton? Glad to see some criticism. Chelsea Clinton lands Variety's Power of Women cover to coincide with Lifetime. But that's the thing, though. It's like, the Clintons were against gay marriage. They weren't progressives at all. They basically benefited from the tech boom entirely that Clinton was president during the 90s when eBay and all that. Clinton gets all this praise, like, oh man, he made the economy what it was. Do you people not realize that when Bill Clinton became president during that time, the internet blew up? The internet blew the fuck up. And companies like Apple made a shitload of money. I mean, and AOL was making money, and Amazon. That's what made the economy boom so much. It was the tech boom. I'm not saying that Bill Clinton wasn't a good economic president. I'm just saying that he gets all this praise like he came in and fixed everything, and we just ignore the context that, like, he was very lucky to be at that time in history to become president because things just changed immediately. Technology just opened up all these new markets for people. Chelsea Clinton deeply saddened by sexism in America. How about no? Variety's mad Chelsea Clinton love manages. Let's see, I want to see if there's some people ripping Chelsea apart. You know, it's funny Chelsea Clinton, yeah, she never really did catch on. It is weird she is just kind of like this, you know. Her coolness cannot be contained, but good on Variety for trying. Yeah, her coolness could not be contained. Chelsea's just off the fucking rails. She's just too fucking intense. How cool does Chelsea Clinton look on our Power of Women cover? Not really that cool. These people are going crazy. Like, these people are so happy. Less cool than my stylist-free wife does every day of every week, sans journalist applause. She actually looks distinctly uncomfortable, like she's wearing a cool person's clothing without their permission. That's a brilliant description. She looks zero cool. Not cool, like, at all. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything cool about it, sorry. How many Meals on Wheels could she fund with her monthly fee on her $10 million condo? She looks like a privileged woman with zero accomplishments the left media is desperately trying to make a thing. What precisely has this woman accomplished, ever? Good lord, if you want to promote Power of Women, how about profiling a woman who's actually accomplished something? The antithesis of cool. She's not cool. When someone wants to describe something as very, very uncool, they say, that is so Chelsea. We need a new word for cringe. This somehow manages to transcend cringe, my god. Stop trying to make fetch happen. This U.S. is a republic. Stop trying to invent royal families. That's true. Yeah, they do try to make the Clinton and the Obamas like kings. Like the royal family of the Clintons. Can we please end the Clinton dynasty? Stop trying to make it a goddamn thing. Nope, the Clinton dynasty. Yeah, see, the country loves them. Seriously, just stop trying to make Chelsea a thing. It's not going... Yeah, look how cool she looks. Standing there in this outfit that she looks uncomfortable in, this awkward smile. She doesn't look confident at all. Like that looks like a dorky girl that shouldn't be on a cover of a magazine, like some dorky high school girl. No matter how hard you try, Chelsea isn't going to happen. Holy shit, this is brutal! Oh my god. But that's my thing. I just the moral grandizing now from the Clintons that is so especially Hillary Clinton. You know, Hillary Clinton really pushes it. I'm a better person than Donald Trump. I'm a better person. I'm a woman. I've been struggling. I'm different. I'm not part of the establishment political. It's like, yes, you are. You're the first lady. You're a fucking senator. You worked with Obama. Chelsea Clinton has been nothing but a privileged little child her whole life. All these people are. She has no right to come in here and talk about discrimination or inequality. She has no idea. Chelsea Clinton has lived in a whole bubble for her life through just happiness. And she's never said anything relevant with politics. She's never said anything relevant about the world or media. I mean, she's just boring. She's a very bland person. And they keep trying to be like, well, Hillary didn't work. Maybe we can make Chelsea a thing. I mean, it's desperation. It's how they keep trying to push Michelle Obama on us all the time. Like, maybe Michelle should run. It's like, God. You guys just cling on to these women. Like, it's all you have. We ain't buying that crap brand anymore. Oh my god. I love it. Yeah, Chelsea Clinton's like, she's even more boring than her mom. Like, Bill's the only one that had charisma. Bill Clinton had some charisma. And, oh wow, look, BuzzFeed. People are saying that Chelsea Clinton is never going to happen after she was honored by this magazine. Fetch, this isn't going to happen. Chelsea Clinton is an honoree of Powers Women New York. There's been confusion about the choice, while some pointing out that Chelsea Clinton's career today consists of working... God, I'm so sick of seeing that cover. At a consulting firm, a hedge fund, and then NBC, which didn't go that well. More recently, she's worked for her dad's foundation and stumped for her mom's presidential campaign, which also didn't go that well. The interview with Clinton, published on Tuesday, discusses what she has done, including working for the Clinton Foundation. A lot of people responded to the question. Not cool, like at all, which we looked at already. I want to see if BuzzFeed is just linking all these things. And many suggested that she was on the cover because of her name. An empire in total decline can self-unaccomplishment nepotism at cool to its people. Can sell unaccomplished nepotism as cool to its people. Stop trying to invent royal families. The power of your dad being president in the 90s. Getting to become a political icon because you happen to have the right last name. And antithetical to progressive ideals. This person agreed with the criticism, but also said that Clinton looked good. Everyone's making fun of that Chelsea Variety cover, and yes, I agree people didn't get over the Clintons, but you know what? She looks good. I disagree. I actually think that photo is awful. The photographer should have taken a better photo. She's accomplished nothing. Quit trying to spin it. Please, this person began. Please stop trying to make this happen. Let's keep... God, did BuzzFeed... This is just classic BuzzFeed, just a bunch of memes. I thought they were actually going to defend Chelsea or write something, but they really just went with the meme thing. So do you think Chelsea Clinton deserved to be honored by the magazine? Nope. I'm just going to click that. Yeah. The one time I agree with the fucking BuzzFeed poll, like, yep. I don't understand all this anything to do with Hillary hate. Chelsea runs an amazing charity and is an accomplished in her own right. The fuck is wrong with these internet trolls? She isn't, though. That's the whole point. Everything she's ever got was sheer nepotism. I think nepotism might carry you through undergrad, but she went from on there to 2 masters and a PhD. Perhaps she's actually intelligent? You know, George Bush also went to Harvard. I'm just saying, nepotism can get you right to the top. It really can. I've met plenty of morons that had good degrees and got further in life out of nepotism. It's to ignore nepotism as a thing is to just blindly ignore reality that it's there. It's very much there. Almost every Hollywood actor that you know, that you love, has a family member that was already established in Hollywood. A lot of writers, you know Joss Whedon, that writer, Avengers guy? Family was already working in the business. J.J. Abrams, family was already very prominent in the business. Robert Downey Jr., parents were already in the business. I mean, it's endless when you actually look into it. Like, nepotism is a major thing. That's how you make connections with people. How the fuck else is anyone going to set you up if they don't have some kind of caring about you like you being their kid? So much hate for a smart, attractive woman who has never gone on record saying anything remotely racist, sexist, or homophobic. That doesn't mean anything. I don't. Wow, she never said anything racist. Wow, how brave. How fucking amazing. She's not anti-Semitic or Islamophobic. Islamophobic. She should be. Nor has she ever defended anyone else with toxic views. She defended her mother. I suppose if she had, the internet trolls would be defending her as one of their own or something. She gets an award for not being a bigot. Man, the bar is low. Oh my god. Yeah, we just need to let the Clintons die. I mean, in the 90s, it was so weird how the Clintons were like the... I mean, I remember being a kid in the 90s, and the Clintons were like the shit, man. They were royalty to people. And people fucking love the Clintons. And now, because of Hillary, that whole legacy is dead. The Clintons are like a joke. They're like this, like the whole legacy seems dead. Because this result of Trump has been years in the building. This was years going through the Clintons and Bush and Obama to lead to Trump. Because people got sick of the basic political establishment type politics. They got sick of seeing a politician, a lawyer go up and become the president again. They didn't like it. They didn't like seeing these families. Trump seemed like he came out of nowhere. Even though he was a rich guy that came from a good family, it just seemed like he came out of nowhere for a lot of people. So that was fresh. Give me Ivanka over Chelsea any day of the week. I actually like Ivanka quite a bit. I know everyone else hates her. I think she's nice. She goes on vacation a little bit too much. But, yeah. Sorry, Chelsea. Also, the interview sucked. Like, that interview was really boring, just to get to the point. Like, everyone's praising it. It's like, could you guys have asked better questions? You ask her about action movies, and she says, oh, I saw Logan. I love that a little girl's the new Wolverine. Okay. And, yeah, she doesn't give insight in anything. Like, I was actually hoping this was going to go in depth about specific things. This is so by the numbers of an interview. It sucks. So boring person to interview, I suppose. Chelsea always did seem a little boring, like she had no real personality. She's just kind of like, I'm your typical girl. But yeah, poor Chelsea. So, like, comment, and subscribe. Give me your opinion in the comment section. How do you feel about Chelsea Clinton and the Clintons? Do you think that this interview was amazing? I'm sorry there wasn't more content here to cringe on. I just wanted to show you that, you know, she's on there talking about how the majority of the country, you know, agrees with her, and then all I can find is all these people just making fun of her and shitting on her all over the internet. So who's she talking about? They're like, these are trolls. It's like, nah, Chelsea, you're just not that liked. Your mom's not that liked either. Like, she had really bad poll results. Like, I know Trump's not liked, but Hillary Clinton was also very unliked. She was a very unliked candidate, so there's no winning here. There's really no winning here. So let me do my last criticism. Bill Clinton is everything that is wrong with the left when they try to use the moral argument against conservatism. Because Bill Clinton does not represent strong moral fiber, the standard that we think we should all, you know, the standard that we pretend the president should have. He doesn't meet it. And the Democrats didn't care in the 90s. You know, they didn't care with the Monica Lewinsky stuff. They didn't care about all the stuff with Bill. And then here we are years later. Donald Trump comes out. Now all of a sudden everyone on the left cares about that kind of stuff. Now all of a sudden they care about women and how we treat women, how we talk, and they care about marriage and divorce and loyalty and all that. They're like, well, Donald Trump's been divorced several times. It's like, yeah, and Bill Clinton's cheated on his wife throughout the years, and she stayed with him for political gain. It's not... that argument fell apart, and then, you know, you kind of had it again with Obama, because Obama was a good guy with his family, at least on television stuff, but you had 8 years of cultural Marxism. You had Obama using cultural Marxism techniques. These are people, this is the kind of stuff he studied in college. You can go look at Obama's work in college, and what he was studying was stuff that was like cultural Marxism, and he wanted globalism and stuff, and that created a divide. Maybe not a moral one necessarily for how we review the president, but politically, how ideologies were separated. And now the left doesn't have an ideological ground to stand on. They don't have points to make anymore. They don't have anything to defend. They've lost that battle, the battle of ideas, and they can't win the battle of morals anymore, because you can't say the Clintons are better than the Trumps, because they're just not. It's just not true. They're not better. I'm not saying they're worse, but they're not better either. And that's the irony of the whole Clinton legacy and where the Democrats are right now in the DNC and everything that fell apart. It's this lack of identity now because they don't have the superpower. Like how the Kennedys, they were a family. I mean, Bobby Kennedy was going to be president. Ted Kennedy was going to be president. If Bobby Kennedy hadn't died and Ted Kennedy hadn't been with that girl who died in the car, they would have been president. I mean, it's this thing where people started to... It is like a royal family. And we've been trying to keep that alive these modern times. I mean, George Bush's son... and now we want Michelle Obama. People want Michelle Obama to run. I prefer someone different every 4 to 8 years. But at the end of the day, what we have to understand is that the Clintons are in a sense, this weird historical footnote of 90s excess, and very much a product of their time, and they just do not connect with the young people today. Chelsea, even at 37, cannot connect. She feels so disassociated with everything that's really going on. And this bubble that the Clintons continue to live in, and ignore the fact that of why they actually lost, because people didn't like them, their policies, and the way they and the way Hillary just acted like she was owed the presidency. She didn't want to fight for it. That arrogance is what holds you guys back. Is the lack of self-reflection, and it's what's going to continue hurting the left. So it's the patriarchy, and until next time, go fuck yourselves.
Hey, Scotty. Jesus, man.